money. Now that we've talked about money.
Yeah, by the way, remember we paid $400 for Raymond Norman's smoking gun tape on Michael Jackson?
Did we really do it?
Yeah, I got the tape. I got it today.
All right.
Let's keep it real because
have you looked at it?
Yeah. Yeah, I looked at it all right.
And what's the smoking gun?
You figure it out. First of all, this tape. Raymond Norman, Negro woman of the South. You know Oprah Winfrey, that guy?
Right.
You know that guy. So he calls me up and he goes, I have a tape that is going to blow the Michael Jackson case wide open.
And you will use it, and it'll make you millions.
Right. So then we got into a bidding thing over it, because we had to have it.
And I guess he thought it was worth a lot.
Yeah, so he wouldn't give it to us for $50. So we paid him $400 because we all had to hear it. So now I get the tape.
Yes.
And he sits down, and he's wearing some sort of, like, military outfit.
Oh, yes, the big deal was this was a videotape, not just an audio tape.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to see the video.
But he's wearing a military outfit?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It was like a Gary, you saw it. Wasn't it like a military?
No. He's dressed as a judge.
Oh, that's what it is, a judge. Yeah.
Giant gavel.
Right.
Big American flag.
Robes.
He's a judge. And then there's a sign on his desk that says, Ice Cold Judge. And I'm not sure what that means. And then what does it say? Ice Cold Judge, right?
Ice Cold Judge. But the other thing was, see, because the lighting was not that good, he wanted to make it really clear that above Ice Cold Judge, there was a very small American flag and Israeli flag.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure why with the Israeli thing.
But that's important to know. For no reason, but it's important to know.
Well, now, what is the actual business of the tape?
So then, okay, I'll play you some of the tape, but you'll be bored to death because he starts it.
How long is it?
It's
13 minutes to change.
13 minutes, but it feels like it's 17 hours. And I defy you to find any smoking gun in it.
All right.
And he starts out the tape, and you realize that the entire tape, there's Diana Ross music playing louder than he's talking. So you can't even hear it.
Which he never references, by the way. He
Yeah.
never explains what it is, or I think at the end he mentions it.
Yeah, what is the song?
I don't even know it.
Yeah, I don't know
I've
it.
ever heard.
Yeah, me neither. But it's Diana Ross.
Upside down.
No, it's not even that.
It's not even good. He might as well just send us a Diana Ross tape because you can't even hear him. Here he goes. You ready? I'll play you a little. All right, the first track I'm going to play you because I cut it up. I mean, there's no way. It's mind-numbing.
The whole 13-minute tape altogether.
All right, Raymond Norman smoking gun tape. First he comes out dressed as a judge and he begins to thank our troops.
Now, where is he? Is he in a studio or is he in
He's in his basement, like Rupert Pupkin.
Our topic today is the subject pop star Michael Jackson with the case of the state of California versus Michael Jackson on felony charges of child molestation.
Amazing thing about the guy is he never makes a mistake. He never, like, fumfkers or...
But that music is awfully loud. I can hardly make out what he's saying.
And it doesn't appear to bother him at all.
First, I want to take a moment to say thank you to all the men and women of our military services who protect this country. Also, I'm very proud to say that my now deceased father and uncle both served in the United States Army over in Korea many years ago.
What's that got to do with anything?
He's making his opening statement.
Oh. Proud to say.
Yeah. It's awesome.
All right, go on.
You want more of that?
Yeah,
okay.
Whatever I can get.
Okay.
Freedom is precious, and it comes with a price. Also, much honor and respect to President George W. Bush, and also to Dr. Condoleezza Rice concerning national security affairs.
Yeah, this is... Now, I've cut this out. I mean, if I played... Maybe I should play it all day.
Oh, so funny.
You can't. You really can't.
Right. Then... This next clip is like 10 more minutes in. Because I paid $400 for it. You know, I was going to it's stop putting yourself in... Oh, this is addressed to Michael Jackson that he should stop putting himself in situations with children.
So, let's continue with the state of California versus Michael Jackson on charges of child molestation.
Now, you're already 15 minutes into the friggin' tape,
Right,
and
you're finally getting to the big comments.
Mr. Jackson, as one adult to another, I would like to say this to you on videotape. Back in 1993, with the first allegations against you involving child molestation.
I just like Diana Ross.
I'm trying to figure out the song. And see, every time you stop it, then I start listening to the song again. I forget Raymond.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It seems you would have learned a very serious lesson concerning the first charges of child molestations with a young boy, and the fact of a young boy, a minor boy under the age of 14, why would you compromise yourself, first of all, as an adult, a full-grown man? Why would you compromise yourself? To be put in a position, the second time around, with allegations of child molestation, and plus...
Oh, that's great.
I defy you to sit through all 15 minutes. If they played this for Saddam Hussein, he'd crack in a minute. Then he gets into...
And
plus, in addition to, then he gets into, like, why only boys? You know.
Okay.
You know, like, why do you hang on, you know?
Also, you claim there are several other children in these bedrooms, also young girls, but the main thing, I don't feel these young boys are flying wool. It's simple enough because of the fact there are no young girls coming forward making allegations against you. It all seems to be pointing at you with young boys, allegedly.
Allegedly. I love that.
So far we learned that. Then we think this might be his smoking gun, but it has absolutely no credibility or validity and shouldn't even be said. He somehow has the feeling that he heard in the black community that Berry Gordy used to have sex with Michael Jackson. It's this outlandish accusation, which is absolutely untrue, and absolutely there's no validity. And he even says there's no truth to it. But he goes, I used to hear this when I was a kid. Like, you know how weird, like, I used to hear that James Brown was a woman.
Right.
And I used to hear that
he was having an affair with Little Richard.
Right.
Don't buy the hype, Mr. Jackson, one moment.
So he starts rambling about Berry Gordy.
Again, Mr. Jackson, simply, I'm keeping it real. And I must say this, it has to come out. Back in the early 1970s, rumors surfaced heavily.
Rumors surfaced. Heavily.
I never heard it.
No one has ever heard that. There's never been one bit of that rumor ever.
This is the first I've ever heard of that.
It's surfacing now.
And then finally he goes something about. Then he starts ranting about showing pictures to kids.
I got the parents' permission in my neighborhood. Okay, to ask 2 young boys. Okay, these young boys both.
All right, he went out and did research. He took 2 young boys from his neighborhood and showed them pictures of Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Okay.
Of diverse culture and ethnic background. Okay, one boy 13, the other boy 12.
All right, now we're building to some sort of proof.
All right, here we go.
Right.
When I got their parents' permission to ask them what did they see in this picture concerning you, and the facts that I got from these 2 young boys, the first young boy said to me, quote, that you look, and this is the one that's 13 years old, the 13-year-old boy said that you look like a woman in the face. I quote, the second boy, the 12-year-old boy, I quote, said that you look like a girl in the face. Again, coming out of the mouth of young boys.
All right. So now,
what did they say about Raymond Norman?
Oh, forget about that. He's got boobs.
What parent would give him permission to do anything?
Wait, what is that, Artie?
I was going to, what parent would give him permission to do anything?
You know what, the other disturbing thing about him is he's in the robe with the preacher's collar, and his cheekbones are higher than Iman's.
Right.
Seems to be something with your effeminate appearance in your face.
There seems to be something with your effeminate appearance in your face.
So we learned nothing. He even admittedly, like his big smoking gun, I think the smoking gun was that he went around and showed kids pictures.
He showed 2 boys pictures of Michael Jackson.
Or that when he was a kid, someone said, hey, maybe Berry Gordy's doing something.
But you never even played that one.
Well, I mean, it goes on and on and on. It's ridiculous.
I'd love to hear
You should play that one. It's funny, Howard.
All right.
It is funny. He says the word again at least 100 times.
Again, Mr. Jackson, simply, I'm keeping it real. And I must say this, it has to come out. Back in the early 1970s, rumors surfaced heavily in the African-American neighborhood. Okay? This is back in the 1970s.
By the way, I lived in the most African of African-American neighborhoods in the 70s, and I heard every rumor, and that wasn't one of them.
Rumors that music mogul, Mr. Berry Gordy, then of Motown, that Mr. Berry Gordy allegedly molested you. These were rumors that surfaced.
So some guy came up and said, hey, guess what? You're probably some wino.
I don't know who must have said that.
But you should get to the point that he makes that if these rumors are true, he's going to make a point.
Back in the early 1970s. Mr. Jackson, if these rumors are true, the fact remains that if a person has been molested, one thing that they will do, they're either going to act it out on other victims, or they're going to talk about it and try to heal from the trauma and move past that.
It's great.
That's amazing.
So I think he's saying that if Michael Jackson was molested by Berry Gordy and hasn't healed from it, that's why he could be molesting kids.
Yeah.
That's a
Believe me,
gun.
trust me, if Michael Jackson was ever molested by Mr. Berry Gordy, he would be saying it now to defend his own ass. And it was absolutely, that's our tape.
That's what we paid $400 for.
That's what we paid $400 for.
Can we get our money back?
I think we got a deal.
We got to call now and find out what we're now supposed to do. We got the tape and there's nothing on it.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real because I'm keeping it real.
I don't really feel I can make $1 million with this.
No,
You told me I
how
could.
are you supposed to do anything with this tape? There's nothing on it.
I could tape over it and maybe make $1 million. I could tape my ABC special on it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But so far, you've got nothing.
Yeah.
For your $400.
There you go.
And I'm keeping it real.
You are keeping it real.
Again.
Let's keep it real because I'm keeping it real.
All right, let's
Plus, he already sold this to someone else.
Yeah.
Who is that person?
A local businessman.
And is he in negotiations with other people?
Oh, I hope so.
Well, you know what's amazing? Didn't somebody offer him like $2,000 for it?
Mm-hmm.
Remember somebody offered him $2,000 and he said, no, he's taking your $400.
I think he went with the smart move.
Yeah, a bird in the hand.
Hey, tonight on E, Artie wins the